Hello everybody, it's me Faz and welcome back to the United Stand. We're here outside Old Trafford. Today we'll be playing Lens, who came second in League 1.
The United Stand pre-season tour sponsored by Manscaped. Discover the power of 3 with Manscaped's unique trimmers. Get the right tools for the job at manscaped.com. Manscaped, your body will thank you.
Right then, let's get straight into it. Manchester United have had a very interesting pre-season thus far. We started the pre-season off very strong, looking sharp. Fans are getting excited. False 9, Jadon Sancho. But then we did hit a little bit of downfall. A lot of fans online and all across the world are saying, pre-season results aren't as important. But, for me, from a personal standpoint, the losses that we've taken have been a massive, massive learning curve. Let's start off with the first game, obviously. We started off playing Leeds. Then we went and played, Lyon in Scotland. Then we went and played Wrexham, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Dortmund. The first few games, win after win, clean sheet after clean sheet. And Onana was still not here. And it was seeming to me anyways that once Onana comes in, we're just going to hit another gear. And we simply haven't. We simply haven't. Unfortunate, very, very unfortunate for Andre Onana, who's started a couple games for Manchester United, but has failed to keep a clean sheet. And that's nothing on him, by the way. That is not just on him. That is on the overall team. We did play the under-18s, the academy players against Wrexham, so we'll excuse that. Against Real Madrid, it is Real Madrid, and they are the creme de la creme right now, the top of the top. And then Dortmund as well, where I thought we could have nicked a draw maybe, but again, Dortmund finding their way to get the end result. But we're here today to play Lens, who came second in the French league by just 1 point. So this is something that we must consider, that they are no pushover. They are not going to be an easy game. Lens, I think they scored about 60-odd goals last season and conceded 20-odd, just shy of 30 goals. Defensively, very, very sharp. I think they've had the fewest losses as well. They did decent in Europe. They have lost their striker, their forward, to RB Leipzig, so they will be a little bit weaker. But still, Frank, the manager of Lens, he is going to play a good, clean, systematic football, and that's what their lads are used to. And, yes, Liga isn't the best league in the world, and they don't have the most competitive players other than PSG. Okay. But still, to think you were shy of 1 point from PSG is a big achievement in its own. And the third position, on the other hand, there were loads of points behind. So it's going to be a tough game. I expect Manchester United to take this game very seriously. I know it's going to be a mixture of players. It's going to be some of the academy players and some of the first team players. I'm kind of expecting that the players that are going to start against Wolves are going to get a run out today, simply because the sheer amount of travelling to go from here to Dublin, back again, and all of that malarkey, it's going to be a bit tiring. So I'm expecting some of the players to start here who will be starting against Wolves. I'm very excited though to see Rasmus Højlund as well, who has arrived in sunny Old Trafford, sunny Manchester. I think he's brought the sun with him. Unfortunate he's not going to be playing today, but I'm hoping he gets some minutes against Wolves. You know how Ten Hag is. His player comes in, he's going to let him cool off a little bit, let him get adjusted into the team, so we might not see him straight away in the Wolves game to start. It might still be Rashford in the middle, which brings me on to my predicted lineup anyways for this particular game against Lens. Firstly, Varane's going to play. He's got ties with Lens, his former club, so he is definitely going to play, I believe. I think it is going to be Andre Onana in net. You see Varane Martinez with a partnership. I feel like it's going to be Luke Shaw because I don't think Malacia is still ready to play minutes yet. On the other side, I think it is going to be Diogo Dalot as well, who's been decent, who's had a decent pre-season. Bissaka as well, who's had a decent pre-season as well. But I think going forward, attacking-wise, Dalot is going to play, considering how defensively shrewd and sharp Lens are. Coming into the midfield, Obviously, Kubi Mino is injured, so I think it's going to be Casemiro in the middle, along with Bruno and Mason Mount. Again, Mason Mount, someone who's not really taken us by a storm, but it is only pre-season. He is going to need some time to get integrated into the team. We have loads of patience for him. I think he's going to turn out to be a great player, but I am hoping to see some magic from Mason. I think he's still due that this pre-season. We've seen a little bit from Jadon Sancho. We've seen a little bit from Dalot, from Anthony. We've seen bits from the odd player, even Kubi Mino, for example. But from Mason Mount, I'm yet to see something that makes me go, right, that's the player we signed. There he is. So, yeah, I think I'm just expecting a bit of good performance from the team. Front line, though, this is going to be interesting because, look, I am going to speak about him. Even though he's not here, and I don't know where he is. Anthony Martial, where are you? Where are you, Martial? We need you. And the season's not even started, and I'm saying this, we need you. I am absolutely baffled and shocked that he's not been able to stay fit throughout the summer holidays. He's not been fit. Obviously, he's had the injury. Come to the preseason, not fit. Season's about to start, not fit. And he's been unfit since the end of last season. It is absolutely frustrating and tiring. Not just for him, but for the manager, for the fans. I would have hoped for him to play at least one preseason game, but I don't think that's going to happen. And based on that, I think it is going to be probably Marcus Rashford in the middle, with Jadon Sancho on the right. And the reason why I'm going with Jadon Sancho on the right is because, firstly, I don't really like false line football. I know Ten Hag is trying it, and he has tried it numerous times this preseason. He's tried it the odd times last season, but I'll be very honest with you all. I am not a fan of false line football. I just don't think Jadon Sancho in false line can give us the amount of goals that we need, and it's too reliant on the wingers to come and get involved with the goals and the assists. We need an out-and-out striker. I think now that Rasmus has come in, I think this Jadon Sancho false nine was just to do whilst we have the pre-season, because we don't have a striker. And obviously some of the boys, they came in a bit later, the likes of Rashford and everyone who were on international duties. They had a longer break, so that's why he started this false nine thing. But I don't think we're going to see this in the Premier League throughout the season. I just don't. So I'm going with Rashford in the middle. And the reason why Sancho is also on the right is because Anthony needs some competition. First season down, he's been good, he's been okay. A lot of people will say he's not up to the price tag, but hey, the price tag's not his fault, just like Rasmus's price tag is not his fault. I only expect of him, to do well and score goals and assists, and he has done a lot of it. Not to the level where people think, but he's been a good system player. But still, he needs to be more direct, and he also needs competition. This is another important thing. I wish Ahmad was involved, but unfortunately, again, Amad Diallo was injured. A player, this could be a blessing in disguise for him. A player who's had a fantastic loan spell in Sunderland. I think as weird as it sounds, it could be a blessing in disguise, because Ahmad could have gone on loan. If he had finished this pre-season strong, I am very sure numerous clubs would be willing to take Ahmad on loan. But because of this injury, which we know that it's not a serious injury, and he's going to miss just a couple of games at the start of the season, I'm hoping he comes back and Ten Hag somehow decides to keep him. Because we need the options on the right-hand side. We need creativity, we need directness, and we need different options on the right-hand side. Not the same player, not always inverted in. Jadon Sancho can play in the half space. You have Anthony, who can drag the defenders out wide. You have Ahmad, who can cut in, again, who's really good out wide. You have Pellistri as well, another one who's fantastic going out wide. We need to be utilising these players, and that's why I'm going with Jadon Sancho on the right, because on the left, I think it is going to be Alejandro Garnacho, and I think this is going to be his season. He's had a fantastic season last season where he's been so impactful off the bench, the most impactful player off the bench in Premier League. But now he's had his contract. Ten Hag clearly trusts him. He's clearly given him loads of responsibilities throughout the season, odd times playing 90 minutes, 45 minutes. I think next season, this season coming, Alejandro Garnacho will have to level up and carry that left-hand side at times when Marcus Rashford will have to play middle. I don't want Marcus to play in the middle, by the way. I'm totally against it. Absolutely against it. I would much rather him play on the left, get his goals, get his assists. But from a creativity perspective, Alejandro Garnacho is way more creative, way more direct, and he's obviously got so much to prove. There's, so young, he's so playful, just so much to give to Old Trafford. I think he'll be the player on the left-hand side today. I think I would have liked to see Pellistri, but I don't know what Ten Hag is going to do with him. Is he going to go on loan? Is he going to stay? I would have hoped to see him more in pre-season, and especially this season, but I don't really know. Amad Diallo went on loan, came back and got straight into pre-season, whereas Pellistri was already here and Ten Hag didn't use him as much in the pre-season as I thought he would. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see as well. But make sure to drop a like and comment on the video as well. Score predictions down below. My score prediction, as much as I've just rambled on saying how defensively sound Lens are, I am actually going to go with a 2-0 Manchester United, simply because Lens have lost their striker, Openda, I think that's his name, to RB Leipzig, and I think Onana deserves a clean sheet. So yeah, that's my score prediction. Comment down below your score prediction. Make sure to hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the other side.